So hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's Meshery build and release meeting. Today is 27th June 2024. So if you are new to today's call, let me explain you what we discuss in today's meeting. Usually we discuss topics around the features, works related to Meshery and its projects and the area of build and release. So we discuss from different community members, community maintainers and managers. So we do have couple of items today to discuss. So before starting and before jumping to that, we have couple of housekeeping items. One of is to make sure that you add your names in the attendees list, and I will be sharing the link in the chat so that you can add your name in the list. I'm hoping my voice is clear. Am I properly audible?
Yes, you are right.
Okay. Thank you for confirming. So after adding your name in the attendees list, we do encourage everyone or those who are new to today's call to give a small introduction, maybe, or maybe maybe you can share what's your name, where you are calling from, and what you like, and what's your favorite color, maybe what's on which technology you work on. So, Jayant, I'm wondering you are new to. Oops, sorry. I think I got disconnected. Just a second.
Jayant, if you are new to this call, feel free to share about your info, like interest or anything that you have liked about the community so far.
Okay, I should be now audible. Sorry about that.
Hi all, I am Jain Joshi. I belong to Ludhiana, Punjab, and I am currently pursuing BTech in chemical engineering from NIT Jalandhar. And I am currently working upon Monstack, and I am contributing in designing icons nowadays in Meshery, Argo CD icons.
Yeah, that's nice. So, and any other task or any other thing that interests you, or feel free to tell about your uh,
I am
interest of.
also I am also contributing in my college startup, which is on making online compiler for others to uh, use.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, I think you should resume.
Thank you, Jayant.
Anand, Anand, is it your first time?
Yes, Huzair, it's my first time in the build and release meeting.
So, are you focused into DevOps things, centric issues, or what's the focus?
I'm not centered to any. I'm basically adaptable to anything. I don't know
Hopefully,
exactly.
yeah, hopefully you will get idea around you will be new to the community, so you will be exploring other any all the projects, right?
Yeah, Huzair.
That's nice to see.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, you can continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Intaranjan, if I am pronouncing it right. So if anyone left and left to introduce, I will encourage them to introduce themselves in the chat. We will make sure that we welcome you. So, okay, so there are a couple of items. We do have a standing agenda item, and I'm considering that we will come back to it later. So let's directly jump to the agenda items, and after that we will come to that. So Rishabh, I think is Rishabh with us today? I don't think so. Do anyone want to cover his work or part? Or maybe we can jump to the next item.
I'm unsure about this. I think we can go to the.
Sorry, I missed. I think I having network issue. I will switch off my webcam. So so let's jump to the next topic. I think Jared is also not present right now. I'm correct. Let's jump to the topic of enhancing the ad catalog workflow in Meshery.io to auto generate the artifact package. Maybe user would like to share on this.
Yes, so as we have like shared previously, Meshery artifacts now get listed on the backlog. So recently, the manual process was replaced by Dion, who like she's a new contributor to Meshery, and she has enhanced the current ad catalog workflow to ensure the catalog items that get published onto this site also include Artifact Hub packages. So this is like a requirement from the Artifact Hub so that these catalog items, whatever around 200 of catalog items that we have, start getting published to Artifact Hub website. So that others who are like new to Meshery and are trying to use and install Meshery and use some sample content, they can easily head over to Artifact Hub and use their designs. So some of might be like already published. Uh, For example, you can go to this artifact hub repository and choose Meshery designs as as kind. So currently, like only two of them are available on Artifact Hub. But as soon as Artifact Hub on nightly basis scans the repository and adds the packages. So hopefully, we should see around 200 of Meshery designs listed on this Artifact Hub page. So that was about that issue.
Thank you, sir. That would mean now people can directly
Yeah.
see and check out the Meshery designs from the artifact hub, right?
Big game.
Well, that's a great update, I guess, and people would love to check out the artifact hub. And personally, I think for me, it's a great update to click on Meshery designs as a filter in the kind of artifact hub page. So let's jump to the next topic. So Shlok, do you want to share about your updates on Meshkit errors for component generator?
Yeah, sure. One sec. Uh, the first error is the first fixes regarding the meshkit error. So as we previously mentioned, that Meshery component generator runs on nightly basis, and the logs generated from it were not appropriate. They were not making sense. So before we used to get this line in the log. So now it has been replaced with the meshkit error. Same goes for here too. So we have two different meshkit error regarding this. Regarding the comments, I've
Shlok,
already.
sorry for interrupting, but are you
Uh,
sharing your right screen?
Oh, my bad. Is it visible now? Yes.
Is it possible for you to change to
Yes.
a light mode?
Uh, to light mode.
Um, Kindly.
Okay, I'll try one sec.
Okay.
It's an appearance. Hmm, How do you change? Okay,
Okay.
better.
Now fine. Now fine.
Okay,
Better.
so a new let me refresh. Not being applied. One sec. I'm really sorry for this. Single theme, light theme. Yeah, it should work now. I go through. Yeah. Huh. So the issue was regarding whenever the model component generator action works, there were errors, and those errors were not self-explanatory. So we were getting this random error, and it was because the chart URL was empty. So now we have two meshkit errors, and we log through it. Regarding the registrant, I've already taken it into account and updated the PR. So there, I guess this PR is again ready for review. Any questions in this? Anyone wants to know what is Meshkit and what is this workflow?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. Can you please elaborate, if possible?
Yes, do we have time?
yes, please do.
Okay. So in Meshery, we have in Meshery, we have a workflow known as model component generator, and this workflow runs on nightly basis. And the what this workflow does is we have an integration spreadsheet. If someone could put that in the chat, the integration spreadsheet just fetches those components data and updates it to the server mesh model folder. So here you can see these are the logs generated. These logs contains two different files. One is the normal log and the other one is the file regarding the errors. So these are the two logs. So currently, as you can see, the PR is not merged. So we are getting this log for this particular model. After the PR is merged, we'll get that the particular part artifact package URL is not available. Chart URL is not available. So this was the model component generator script. Any other questions?
Actually, it was a CID pipeline, and it was throwing some error when merging from integration spreadsheet. Am I right?
Uh, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Was there any questions?
I think Uzair have to like
Okay.
for some work, but I don't think so. I do have any question for this. Just a quick question: that is the PR is ready to merge?
Yeah, the PR is ready to be merged.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other update that you want to share?
Yeah, I have three more updates. One sec. I'll just quickly update them. The other update is regarding the workflow update for catalog, the workflow that Uzair was talking just before my agenda item. So it missed it didn't have a failure check. So now it has a failure check. So whenever this workflow fails, the developers at Meshery will get an email regarding the particular workflow has failed. Uh, that's that for an update. And
Okay. So that was for catalog
that was for
add
yeah,
catalog workflow.
yeah.
Okay, and it will also share the information which catalog item is having issue or.
I'll have to update that. I just saw Lee's message. That was just generic that the workflow has broken. But after seeing this message, I'll just update it that it
Mhm.
shows what type of catalog and what was the catalog item that broke.
Mhm. Okay.
Sure. And the other update was regarding the Meshery CTL start command. So whenever you run Meshery CTL start, there should be a warning telling that the particular start command has been run on Docker. And rather it should be running on Kubernetes. Means it has Kubernetes, but it is also using Docker. So before we didn't used to log that. So now it will show a warning that the port forward command is not supported by Docker on Meshery development platform for users. And there were docs update too regarding this. So this is the doc update. Yes.
Okay, so this is a port forward is a flag that we did our Meshery CTL use, right?
Yeah, this is for the Meshery CTL use, Meshery CTL port forward command. And this is the docs related to it. One interesting thing about docs that the docs corresponding to this include command needs to be updated on the Meshery documentation page, because currently it's not self-explanatory that we need to include this particular line of code inside the .md file. So that's an open issue. I think I have not opened the issue regarding this. I'll open the issue and I'll put that as help wanted. So if someone wants to work, he or she can work on it.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other update that you want to share?
Yeah, this was the topic of discussion we were having, me and Uzair. So while working on Mishri CTL, there are a lot of cases where we don't follow the consistency. So this is an open discussion forum currently, and this is for us to have a clear picture of what is the consistency we are looking for first, and what are the test cases that we can check. So currently in unit tests, we just take the command, run the command, get the output, and then we match the output what we get and what the command generated, so from the original output. So that is what we are doing currently, but that's not feasible because during a CLI there could be many tests that we could run, that the particular flag is case sensitive or not. Secondly, that what is the support level on the auto completion. So if I type C, will it auto complete? Does it gives me an error? If I write in place of config, I write in conf, will it suggest me that you should use config? So these types of tests can be put forward so that whenever a user develops a command, well, whenever a developer develops a command, she can get we don't need to manually check for whether these test cases are being passed or not. Means we don't have to check that he she has written case sensitive or not. There should be a test that it checks that it is case sensitive or not, or insensitive in this case.
Okay, so previously I also suggested few enhancements in this area. One major was that I've seen the errors that we throw to the user. It's not much more helpful. Sometimes what actually happens is that Meshery pattern command doesn't work and it will throw you the error that 404 I have got, but it doesn't give you the much information now. What should I do in this case, and what other things that I can explore? So I have suggested that kubectl is an open source repository and can be a great place to take inspiration from of how to be consistent with our errors and how to document them and how to write them too. Because I also have seen one more thing, which is like sometimes actually happens is that we use the variables in multiple places. Like same variable we use in other places in the Mishri CTL. And what actually happens because of that is if I want to change error for one Mishri CTL command, it also changes for others, right? So it also causes issue that I cannot redeclare that. So if you have, I will be adding more information that I have discovered myself in this. Thank you for creating that. I
Yeah.
hope there is a amount of work that can be done and action items that we can start working on.
Yeah, we could start working on the case insensitive and the auto completion right off the bat, in my opinion. This should be the first two items that we should be focusing on, because these are not hard to implement, and these are pretty much self-explanatory that what we are trying to achieve.
It would be also nice if you can open that for or raise a call for volunteers so that others can raise their hand and
Yeah, sure.
if they
And
want to work.
anyone on the chat on the call is free to comment over here and suggest their recommendations, whatever they have. This is an open discussion, so we'll love some suggestions regarding what are the other things that you see in a CLI that enhance the user experience.
Also, I would like to add, I will be adding to this that we do mock for the in the unit test for the server, and if we could eliminate that, and instead of mocking, we can make the real call to the server so that we don't get the failure of the unit test, and because of that, we, as the yes said, that we could get the failure at the pattern command, and because of that, only. So I will be adding that. Thank you.
That would be a great enhancement. And does yes, do we have any other issue?
I don't think so right now, but if you don't have any other items, we can move forward.
Uh, just this one item, it's kind of low priority. There's an open issue for it. So one sec, I'll just quickly show it. If anyone wants, they can work on it. So currently the filter command is not on the top of the priority list, but when you run Meshery CTL filter list, it throws a panic error because we are not decoding the data properly that is sent from the server. So this needs an enhancement, a work. So anyone on the call, if you want, that should be an easy and a good first issue to work on if you're trying to work on the CI field in the CI field. Just quickly add in a help pointer. You can comment over here. I'll just assign you the issue.
Thank you, Shubham. Okay, let me share my screen. I think Rishabh, we missed your item. Do you wanna come? Do you wanna share your screen and share your update?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I was working on the playwright tests, like in the previous call also I had said. Um, I completed the UI connection tests from the test plan, the ones that were marked as just a second. Yeah, these ones. These three tests I had completed. So currently in this PR itself, I am having a problem actually. Uh, we are trying to replace the Cypress tests with the playwright tests in the workflow also. Like in the current workflow that we have. Just a sorry about that. Yeah. So the problem that I'm facing is that in the local environment, like when I run the tests, we have first we have the authentication tests that log in the user. So in the local environment, after the login happens, we get redirected back to the we get redirect back to the local host itself, like where the application is running. But in the production, like we are getting redirected to a different URL, to this URL. So I also checked the workflows. I am currently like how to fix that. And
So what's the issue? Like, I didn't get what's the issue here.
yeah, so when we are running the tests in the local environment,
Mhm.
after we log in,
I get it. You get redirected to the 9081. Okay.
yeah. So
Mhm.
when we like here, I had logged in previously, so it is not showing up. When I select the Meshery provider and login, then it gets redirected back here, right?
Mhm.
So not the slash dashboard route or not outside, but when the tests are running in the GitHub Actions here, I had created a fork and I had been testing the workflows in this fork. So here when it runs, I just actually logged the URL. So the authentication tests are failing here, like you can see. Here it passed, and here it logged out this the because I like put a console log to for debugging. So here we are basically checking that after the login happens, here we are like simulating the login in the test, and after that we are checking whether the URLs match the remote provider URL or the like Meshy server URL, which in this case is localhost 9081. But in the workflow run, it is getting redirected to this URL instead.
As I think it is expected, or Meshery.clear. It is redirecting to the Meshery.clear right? Okay.
Yeah,
I will I will suggest you to raise a question and tag R within that, and do make sure you get a conversation on that. So I think this can be this is a separate issue, and it is not stopping you to work on the PR that you have right now, right?
yeah. So I
Okay.
made the connection test in the PR, so we could have merged that, but like Lee actually wants to get that into the workflow in this PR itself. Like presently in the Cypress tests are only running. Like we have been adding the playwright tests, but they are not yet a part of the workflow.
Yeah, do tag Abid, and he will make sure that he helps you. Or yeah, and I think this is expected behavior that we are looking for Cypress Playwright to run the test. Like after merging your PR, it is expected that Playwright will test the connection page. So I'm expecting that you have done you are done with your PR and need for review, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that is.
thank you, Risha.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't think so. We have any other items right now. So I will quickly cover the mystery test plans. And if anyone have any other agenda items to discuss, I will encourage everyone to add that in the meeting minutes. Or if you have any kind of questions. So let me quickly discuss the mystery test plan, and if we don't have any other items, we will try to wrap up today's call. Okay, so what actually Meshery test plan is that Meshery have various tests both for its adapters, backend and front end. Like we were discussing a little before about the Playwright and Cypress and why we are migrating from Cypress to Playwright for the UI. So the effort that Rishabh is making is to make sure that we migrate smoothly and we migrate one by one. So he have updates on the connection page in which he's making sure that we are writing text for connection page in the Playwright, and Playwright starts working and showing the test results in the PRs. That's what his main efforts was going on. So Mishi test plan is an spreadsheet in which we track all kind of tests, and in which we have other kind of uh, all the details that you need to write a test or start with testing. So it contains other information too. My internet is slow today, that's why it's loading slow. So when this spreadsheet will open, you will find other information like what that test mean and what is the expected behavior from the test and who is working on the test. These kind of information you will get from Mishi test plan. So yeah, so if you have interest in writing any test or uh, helping making sure that we are migrating and smoothing having all the tests, so you can raise your hand. There are many tests that need an update. So previously that Rishabh was sharing a screen which you can see that there are many test plans which have red lines. Red lines means those tests is not present here, and they are for open volunteer to work on that. So I will share the spreadsheet in the chat so that you can go and check them out.
Actually, is this the latest one that the one that you have opened?
This is all, there are two spreadsheets. This one is also we are tracking, and
Okay.
I think, and in this we are making sure that we are adding all the new information from all the, there is already an open ask from maintainers to add their fields in which they work on to for the test if there is test needed. So I think in this spreadsheet we are doing that. Okay. So there are tests for other areas too. If you are interested in Golang and you can write test for Golang, you can check out the Meshery adapters, and in which like you can check out the Meshery adapters which are an open need for tests too. So one of is like Meshery is there. Meshery is the adapter, and you can like contribute in this area too. You can check out the workflows that are running and those stats plan that runs every day and gets updated in the docs.meshery.io. So yeah, all other information is also in the docs.meshery.io. I hope we have covered the Meshery test plan as an standing agenda item right now, and considering there is no other agenda items and no urgent items, we might wrap up today's call. So I will wait for 5 to 10 seconds if there is any open question or any urgent item that you want to discuss.
Actually, like about the issue I was actually telling previously, like is there any like condition currently present in the, like I haven't been completely through the backend Go code yet, but is there any condition that makes the redirect to a different URL based on the platform it is running, like
No,
due to
so
which?
no, there is no Golang involved in that. So actually, the variable that we are using in the workflow is what responsible for redirecting to that URL. So you just need to make sure that right variable we are using for that, and we are redirecting to the right path. So just to make sure that the variable that you are using in the workflow have the right value for both the local instance and for both the prod.
Okay.
And as I said, do make sure that you are tagging Abid so that he can help you quickly.
Okay.
Because Abid is the component lead in this area, so he might give you much more helpful information. Okay, so thank you everyone. If I'm considering that there is no other agenda items, so thank you everyone for joining us today. And if you have any other kind of questions and if you have interest to work on different areas, Shlok has already opened an open discussion in the discussion forum. And there is an other issues also open for DevOps interested persons in that discussions forum that you can check out and let others know that you are interested in working on their own on those areas. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Today was a small meeting, I guess. It was of 34 minutes, 35 minutes. We have less agenda items today. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
See you next week. Bye.